Hey you guys, and welcome back to Air Combat USA Flying Fighters with me, Michael Rocket Blackstone. We are going to talk today about our second element, which is going to make your flying performance a lot better. And today we're going to talk about energy management. It's how we get the optimal performance out of an aircraft. Not only do we need to direct where it's going to go, but actually how to maximize its turn performance based on its use of energy. So what do we have when we're talking about energy on an aircraft? If we're flying along, we have our total energy package. And if you think about it, it's really calculated pretty simply as to what is our altitude, how much potential energy do we have, and what is our airspeed, what is our kinetic energy that we have. And we have that total energy package. And as you're flying fighters, this is kind of important to know what your energy state is so that you know what you can do with your aircraft, because your airplane actually is very, very susceptible to performance degradation based on its energy state, of course. So when you're flying along in a fighter plane, in our case, we're flying the Marchetti SF-260, we want to get our airplane to 160 to 180 knots. That is our ideal energy state for turn performance. And while we're turning our aircraft, we're going to want to maximize our turn rate and or minimize our turn radius. So rate versus radius is the thing we're thinking about when we're flying fighter planes. So how do we measure this? Well, we measure our turn rate in degrees per second. In other words, how quickly can we bring the nose around a circle? And we measure this in a Marchetti around 13 to 15 degrees per second of turn rate, okay? If you're getting a great turn, you're really ripping at 13 degrees per second. If you're pulling too hard and you're bleeding all your energy off and you're starting to get into that buffet, your turn performance can go sub 8 or below, and then you notice you're not turning at all. So when you fly the airplane, you want to think about using just the right amount of pull to maximize your turn performance while minimizing your energy loss. And as we fly our airplane, you'll notice that the optimal turn performance occurs in something that's this shape. It's an egg, okay? Where you're gonna get high rates of turn at the bottom of the turn and small radiuses of turn at the top. And why would that be interesting? At the top of a maneuver, not only are you slow over the top because you've climbed and converted all your airspeed into altitude, but you're going to be also achieving an additional gravity push from, we call it God's gravity, at the top of the maneuver, so you can get one additional G out of the airplane at the top, giving you better turn performance at the top than you do at the bottom, where you're going to be fighting against gravity as gravity's trying to pull you down as you're continuing to make that turn at the bottom. So as we pull G's on our airplane, we're going to find an energy depletion situation. And in a Marchetti, the optimal G load that we're talking about is right around 4.5 Gs. It's going to get a very, very strong turn and high turn rate without losing all of its speed. And then as we pull up and decrease our speed, we're gonna get a very, very small turn radius here at the top while we're able to make a very tight turn at the top of our maneuver. So this is our energy egg, our energy management profile in a Marchetti as well as in any other fighter. The differences would be the speeds. So in something like an F-18 or an F-16, you're gonna use higher numbers and higher Gs, but the concept is the same. You wanna maximize your turn rate with the nose down and minimize your turn radius with the nose up, conserving your energy so that you can get better performance out of your fighter. If you've enjoyed this episode, go ahead and click like or subscribe. And if you have any questions or comments, please post those in the comments section below. My name is Mike Blackstone. You've been watching Flying Fighters. We will see you in the next episode.